Hi everybody, my name's Liz and I'm the Baker That Sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have already seen my previous videos or you're already a subscriber to my channel. It's been really lovely again to interact with everybody in the sewing community and have lots of comments and likes on my previous videos. So thank you so much to everybody that takes the time to watch. I really do appreciate it, and I'm really glad to hear that my videos are being really enjoyed, so thank you. I just wanted to say a couple of thank yous also to people in the sewing community that have recently mentioned me, which has meant I've had a flurry of new subscribers, so thank you. And the first one is Lisa from And So On. So she's done a giveaway over on her channel, which I think finishes on Wednesday. I'll put all of their channel details down below so you can go and check them out, but I'm sure you already follow Lisa from And So On. She's been going for a while and she always shares the most amazing things. But as part of her giveaway, she always shouts out relatively new vloggers, and she included me in her list, which is just such a lovely thing to do, and I'm really honoured to be part of that mention amongst lots of amazing vloggers. So I'll link that video as well, because there's loads of people that I've discovered, and I just love watching sewing videos, especially when I've got a sewing project on the go. It's quite nice to have something on that you can sort of watch whilst you're sewing, and you almost feel like you're part of a sewing club, I guess, when you're sewing. So thank you, Lisa, that was such a kind thing to do. And then Rosie from Rosie Sews Modern Vintage, I've got it written down so I don't get your name messed up, sorry Rosie. She mentioned my Sophia dungarees, which was again a really kind thing to do, so thank you so much for shouting me out. And I'll link her channel down below as well, because she sews the most incredible things, and they've all got a modern sort of vintage vibe to them, which is lovely. So thank you so much to both of you, it's really kind. So today's video is going to be sort of a May sewing plans, and I know I talked a bit about some of my plans in my fabric haul video, which I'll link down below for you if you haven't seen that already. I am really fortunate that I do get lots of time to sew. I know my April makes video, I had lots of comments like, I can't believe how much you've made, how do you get the time? I've said before, my husband is a huge gamer, and he's also a massive Marvel fan. I am not a gamer and I don't really enjoy watching Marvel. I don't really watch TV either. I've never been one to watch TV. I like to be busy, I like to be doing things, and I get quite restless quite easily. I'm also a night owl, and once I get stuck into a project, I like to finish that project or try and finish it as much as possible. However, you will know or notice in this video that I talk about something really annoying that I tend to do when I am making something, and it's to do with this dress that's been hanging in my backdrop for a very long time. So I do get a lot of time in the evenings. Sewing is sort of my therapy, it's my downtime. My day job is quite stressful, and I just find sewing helps me to switch off. So I do feel, it does seem like I get to sew quite a lot, and I am really fortunate that I get to sew in the evenings when my girls are in bed. And I also go through sort of periods of being really on it with sewing. My sojo's there and I'm firing and really ready to go. And then I get periods like the last sort of week where I haven't really wanted to sew anything. So I've made something for my daughter, but for me, I haven't really wanted to sew anything. So it does go up and down. I'll get bursts of energy where I just want to sew lots and lots and lots of things, and then I get time where I don't sew anything for ages. So before I get into what my sewing plans are, I'll talk to you about what I'm wearing, and I will put pictures in of what I'm wearing. This is the Tilly in the Buttons Tabitha T-Shirt dress, made in this lovely fabric, which I can't remember where I got it from. I got it from the Stitch Festival, but I'll link down below where I got it from because I can't remember the name of the shop. But I'll stand up so you can see. So I've made it with this drawstring, waist, tie, and I'll put better pictures in so you can see. It's sort of just below my knee. Whoops, I nearly fell off the chair then. It's just below my knee. Cropped sleeves. Yeah, and I love this t-shirt dress. It's really easy to throw on. It's day 3. Whilst I'm filming, it's day 3 of Me Made May. So for me, I've set myself a challenge of wearing Me Made, but a different colour every day. And I'm going to use the colours of the rainbow to help me. So today is yellow, which is why I'm wearing this. And I'm thrilled with it. It's a bit grey and dull in London today. So I've got tights on. We're going to go for a walk in a minute when I've finished filming this video. So that's what I'm wearing. So let's go on to what I'm going to sew. So I'm going to start off with, actually I'll start off with this. I didn't bring the pattern in actually. I'm just going to go and grab the pattern. Okay, I'm back. I got the pattern. I just find it helpful to show the pattern. So it's the Avid Seamstress Sundress. And whoops, I have had this made up, almost finished, for ages. These are the line drawings, just so you can see. It's a really pretty dress. I love their instructions. They're really clear. They really hold your hand every step of the way. I'm just going to take it off the hanger so you can see. And it's in this beautiful Frida fabric that I got from Sew Me Sunshine last year. It's a beautiful dress. It's got pleats at the front, the same at the back. It's got an invisible zip, which I'm chuffed with. I've inserted that really well. No, I didn't pattern match on the back. I couldn't be bothered. I should have done, but yeah, I couldn't be bothered. And what else to say? Oh, it's got pockets, which I absolutely adore. It's just a beautiful dress. Now, this has been stitched up and almost finished for ages, and then I needed some buttons to go with it. Got some buttons from Felicity Fabrics, and they're beautiful. And literally the last step is buttonholes. That's it. That's the last step. I'm umming and ahhing because it fits me really well. I took my time over fitting it, and it fits me really, really well. Apart from the bust, my bust fluctuates throughout the month, and at the moment it fits perfectly, but when my bust size is slightly bigger, as it does throughout the month, it is slightly tight. So I'm wondering whether I let it out slightly. I've got bust darts in there, so I'm wondering whether to have a play around with the bust darts or the side seam, just to see if I can let it out ever so slightly. I mean, it doesn't need a huge amount of letting out, and I think that's why I'm sitting on the fence about putting the buttons in, because I know that I still need to have a bit of a play around with the fit. But it's beautiful, and I cannot wait to have it finished. So this is going to be number one that I finish making in May. I'm definitely going to have that finished, and now that I've said that on the video, I have to make sure that I finished sewing up that. So make number two, I'm using some fabrics that I've had in my stash for ages and ages and ages, and I've got this beautiful fabric. It's another yellow leopard print actually. I bought this from First for Fabrics ages ago. It's beautiful yellow, I think it's a viscose, and it's got these pops of colour in, like mint green pops of colour. There's brown, black, and it's mainly a yellow background. And I absolutely adore the Zadie jumpsuit, and I've seen so many versions of the Zadie hacked into a dress, and I love a dress. It's probably my go-to sort of garment that I like to wear. I'm always in a dress. So I'm going to do the top part of the Zadie and then just do a gathered skirt. So it's a wrap, and I'm really excited about making that. So the Zadie's normally a trouser jumpsuit, but I've seen so many beautiful versions. That's what it's normally like. I've seen so many beautiful versions with the skirt that I'm going to have a go at using that fabric to make a dress, and I'm really excited actually. I think it'll come together quite quickly. I've made so many Zadie jumpsuits now that I think I'll just be able to make it without too much thought really. So that's what I'm planning to do. And then I've got this fabric which I've had in my stash for ages, and it's a vintage sort of, I think it's a bed sheet. Beautiful sort of mint green with a pop of yellow. It's got quite a lot of white in the background, but I'm hoping to turn that into, and I haven't brought the pattern in, but I'll put a picture in, the Tilly and the Buttons indigo. I love it, and I have already started making this. I'm going to show you the top part. I don't want to give too much away, but I've made the top part, and I've made, so I took inspiration from the Nina Lee Park Lane dress, which I've made in like a blue fabric, which I'll put pictures in so you can see. I love the ruffle on the sleeves. So for the sleeves of the Tilly and the Buttons indigo, I've added a ruffle. It's really cute. I absolutely adore it. So yeah, I've done the bodice part. I just need to add the skirt really, and then that's done. So I can't wait to turn that into the indigo dress. Then I made, and I shared this in my April makes, the Avid Seamstress, Alice & Co. Intrepid boiler suit, and I'll put pictures of my floral one in here so you can see the style of the boiler suit, because I didn't bring the line drawings in, but I'll put line drawings in as well so that you can see. But I have got some beautiful bottle green. I've already cut it out. I haven't started stitching it, but it's cut out, ready to go. Bottle green cord the colour's probably not going to come up very well. It's beautiful, from Felicity Fabrics. So I'm going to make a bottle green, and I know it's a plain fabric, which is not normally something that I go for, but I'm going to make a bottle green coloured Alice & Co. Intrepid Boiler Suit, and I'm really excited about making that one. I can't wait. And I've got everything to go for it. I've got the top stitching, I've got the zip, I've got the elastic. I'm really excited about that one. So that's another plan. Sorry about all the rustling of paper. Then I've already talked about this. I talked about this in my fabric hauls, but I'll talk about it here. My fabric haul, which video that went up quite recently. But I've got the House of Pin Heroes Work to Weekend wardrobe book, and there is a particular look in this book which I am desperate to make, and I've got the fabric to make it now, and I'm absolutely 100% going to be making it this month. So it's this like button down top, and then the same button down skirt, and I've got a better photo of the skirt actually. It's that skirt. So I'm going to use this herringbone linen that I got from Lamazi Fabrics, which is a lilac colour. I don't know if you can see. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to use that for the skirt, and then for the top I'm going to use this gingham seersucker lilac again from Seamstress Sunshine. So that's going to be the top, and then that is going to be the bottom, and I think they're just going to go so beautifully together. I cannot wait to make that up. Yeah, and I think that'll be a great look actually for the summertime. Just love this top, crop top, and then it's like a high-waisted skirt. It's such a beautiful look, and it's not something that I would wear really normally, and I don't know what it is about it. I love the drop at the back. There's buttons, it's got pockets, it's high-waisted, it's got this lovely tie belt detail. Yeah, it's just really pretty. So I need to trace that off because it's like the Tilly and the Buttons patterns. They all come on these sheets, so I need to trace that off. Actually, if anyone's got any ideas or suggestions of tracing paper, because at the moment I use, it's not very technical, I use baking paper from Asda. They have this like white, well it's not white, kind of sheer white baking paper, and I tend to find that that's really good. But if anyone's got any better suggestions for tracing paper, please let me know down below, because I'd like to get some really high quality tracing paper, and it's good to share ideas and suggestions. So that is another plan for May. Sorry, I had to stop the video. My hay fever again. This is like a broken record. It's really driving me mad at the moment. So the next thing that I'm going to make, or the next couple of things, are a couple of quick jersey makes. So I know that I'll be able to get these done in an evening. And the first one is using the same fabric but in a different colourway. So it's this lovely like olive green colourway. It's really beautiful. And again, I got this from the Stitch Festival, and if I can remember the name of the shop that I got it from, I'll put it down below and link it anyway so that you've got it. And then I got this lovely sort of beach themed fabric from Material Girl Laura. It's really fun, I absolutely love it. It's got like pelicans on, somebody sunbathing. I think that's meant to be lemonade, or I might say it's a cocktail. It's got palm trees on. It's really fun. Really fun fabric. So with those two, I'm going to make the Sew Over It Audrey top. So I've got it here for you. And I know there's a couple of variations that you can do with the Audrey top. I'm just going to go to the back page. I'm going to do version 2, which is the knot neckband with 3/4 sleeves, which is this version here. It's got this cute little knot detail. I do like this one, but I'm not a massive fan of long sleeves. Although I've said in my previous videos I get cold, I'm not a huge fan of long sleeves, especially in jersey. So I think I'm going to go for this version. Yeah, and I'm really excited about making that actually in both of these. So hopefully they'll be fairly straightforward makes actually. So I've got those two, and then I've got another jersey which I've had this. I shared this in my April fabric haul I think, which is this really beautiful sweatshirting fabric, and I got this from Loubidou Fabrics. Yeah, look at the back, it's so lovely and soft. And because I think this is going to be quite warm, I'm going to make a Tabitha T-Shirt. So not the dress, just the T-shirt version. And I've got the book here. I think I've still got a post-it note in. Oh no, that's the Sophia dungarees, which I'm going to talk about. But yeah, I'm just going to make the t-shirt version, the Tabitha T-Shirt, which is the crop. Well, it's not cropped, it's just a regular length, but it's got short sleeves. And that's from Timmy and the Buttons Make It Simple book. I've made so much from this book. I absolutely adore it. And that's the Tabitha T-Shirt made up. It's such a great book. Actually, I'm going to keep hold of that because the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is another pattern from there because I absolutely adore it. So yeah, that's going to be a Tabitha T-Shirt, and I think that's going to go with a couple of staple things that I'm going to make as well this month. I know this sounds like an awful lot of plans. A couple of the things will be quite quick makes. A couple of the things I've already made, but they just need finishing off. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to make is 2 of the same pattern. I do need a bit of block colour in my wardrobe, so I'm going to make 2 of the same Sophia dungarees, which I think will just be brilliant for spring, summer, and that's what it looks like. And I'm definitely going to do the tie waist belt. And I'm going to use this fabric that I got from the Dab Hand. It's this beautiful, I think it's called Cyan Blue. It's not going to come up on the camera properly, so I might have to insert pictures of it from their website so that you can see the colour. But it's just it's not, was it a linen? Oh gosh, I can't remember what type of fabric it was. I'll put all the details down below. Is it a twill? I can't remember. I'll put the details down below, but it's this like cyan blue, which is kind of like almost like a navy blue. So I'm going to use that to make a pair of Sophia dungarees. And then this one I've already shared. I shared it in my fabric haul, but this is from Sew Me Sunshine and this apple green viscose linen. And I'm going to use that to make a pair of Sophia dungarees too. And I think actually that with this would go really cutely together. It'd look really lovely. And the same with the cyan blue colourway. And I can batch cut those and then batch sew them. I've got 2 sewing machines because I've got a machine that my daughters use, which is my old Janome sewing machine, and then I've got my Pfaff. And if I'm batch sewing, I tend to have one set up with 1 thread, so I'll have the blue thread, and then my other machine set up with the green thread, and then my overlocker on the go. So it means that I can do batch sewing if I'm going to do the same pattern. So I'm planning to do that. Then I'm going to be making, hopefully, I got the Made by Jack's Mum Heyday dungaree pattern, and I'm really excited to make those. And I've got this seersucker from Sew Me Sunshine, and I'm really looking forward to being able to make those. That may go into my June makes because I think that's quite a lot. Got quite a lot going on, but I never know. We have May half term coming up at the end of this month. We normally go to a festival every year, Elderflower Festivals, which is amazing, in East Sussex I think it is, but that won't be happening this year, so we'll be here for May half term. So I'm hoping to get a couple of sewing days booked in with my husband so he can sort out the girls, and I can't lock myself away in my sewing space because it's in the hallway, so I'll probably still get bothered, but I'm hoping to get a bit of a chunk of time where I can just immerse myself in sewing for a few days. So I might get to make the Heyday dungarees. Again, I'll put pictures in because when I buy PDFs, I get them printed at the fold line, and then I just use my iPad for the instructions to save on paper. So I can't put in pictures, line drawings, because I haven't got the line drawings, but I'll put pictures in so you see what the Made by Jack's Mum Heyday dungarees look like. But I'm hoping to get those done. And then the final thing that I'm hoping to get done, I've already shared. I shared in my April fabric haul. No, not April fabric haul. My most recent fabric haul, May fabric haul. And it's this beautiful strawberry fabric from Material Girl Laura, which has got like glitter at the top of the strawberries. I just absolutely adore it. And I am definitely going to make the romper from the Great British Sewing Bee Sustainable Style book. So it's this romper which I'm going to make. I absolutely adore it and I cannot wait to get it made up. And then with the leftovers, because I got 2 meters of this strawberry fabric, I'm going to make my girls matching t-shirts. They're quite happy for me to make them things at the moment, and I'll probably make the Made by Jack's Mum raglan t-shirt, which I'll put pictures in. It's a really lovely t-shirt pattern that comes together really quickly. So that's a lot of plans. Hopefully I'll get them all done. A couple of things that'll be fairly quick, a couple of things that will take a bit longer, like I think the romper, although it looks quite straightforward, I've not made it before and I need to trace off the pattern. The Heyday dungarees I've not made before. I need to trace off the pattern. The Sophia dungarees I've made quite a few times now, and the T-shirts I've made quite a few times, and obviously the indigo I've made quite a few times. I really hope when I share my May makes this is finished. I really hope I get it finished because it's so pretty. The fabric, it's absolutely beautiful. I do that all the time. I make things up and then I'll have like the zip to insert, or I'll need to hand sew the hem, or I need to just put a button on. And then for some reason it sits there for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, just with that one little detail that needs finishing. So fingers crossed, now I've said it's definitely going to get done, I will get it finished. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let me know what you're getting up to in the comments below, and if anyone's got any top tips for tracing paper, let me know as well where I can buy some tracing paper from. My next video is going to be something really exciting that I watched Danny from Pocket or Two this morning explaining that her and Sian from Kittenish Behaviour, I'll link all of their details down below, have started a hashtag, and it's not just for YouTube but it's also for Instagram. Hashtag show us your stash 2020, and there's a series of questions for you to answer ranging from like fabric you're too scared to cut into, what's your oldest fabric, yeah, and it's just an opportunity for us all to be a little bit nosy in each other's in each other's fabric stashes. So I'm definitely going to take part in that, and I think that will be my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.